and then I'll tell you when you're good.
All right, just let me know when I'm good to go.
And you should be HOTTOTO.
All right.
The fuck?
All right.
Look at that
Tribal
timing.
Council. We are going.
Literally.
Yeah. If my computer freeze again, god damn it. This is why I don't do
Yep.
shit on my desktop. But whatever, we're
As
just gonna
soon as
roll with
it
it.
started.
Yeah, no, as soon as it starts. I've been meaning to replace my fucking desktop for 2 seasons now, and I haven't because I'm a little bitch. But we're gonna do it eventually. Eventually, this will be done, but it's money. So we're gonna start off with Z. Z. This round, everyone was brought together and given the option to be greedy, and have individual immunity. The first person to accept it would be safe, but send their tribe to tribal council. If no one took it, all the tribes be going together to a joint tribal council. So Z, since you're the one who took it, what prompted you to take it?
I hoped somebody on the other tribe was going to take it, but to me, a joint tribal where there were some parts that we weren't aware of how it was going to work until afterwards. It's too much. It's too much chaos and uncontrollability. So I think ultimately, in my opinion, whilst obviously somebody from this tribe is going home, in principle, there was a chance for everyone to deal with this tribal, deal with people that they knew potentially better than some of the people that they'd never even met yet, and potentially have more of an opportunity of trying to build something within a smaller surface area. It's not ideal. I would much rather the other tribe had taken it and gone there themselves. But like, I made it pretty clear that I was not interested in the double tribal, and if nobody had taken it by 12:59 my time, I was gonna do it. And some people seem to understand that, and others
All right.
don't disagree, don't agree so much. So
Perfect. I'm just gonna go into order. I see you on my screen. So next up, we have Cassie. Cassie, this round we also had a tribe swap where you were swapped away from everyone who was in your initial time zone, where your entire tribe was made up of people from your general time zone. So now there's people from the EMEA tribe, people from the APAC tribe. So how have you adjusted to kind of the mixing of time zones now that we've all swapped together?
I mean, honestly, for me, it wasn't that big of an adjustment because I played a game this summer with somebody from South Africa. And so it's kind of already used to people on other sides of the world have different I don't know, have different schedules and I kind of was used to it already. But it's more been a process of adjusting to the different personalities like you do with any tribe swap in any game you play. Like you always have to refine your footing, and that is very familiar.
All right. Next up, we have Owen. Owen, with this new tribe and new dynamics coming into play, do you feel that there's been a shift in the game, whether that's positive or negative?
Well, I mean, the one tangible shift is that for some of us, we're a tribal now. So that's like a first. You know, can I say pop that chair? Do we pop that chair? Oh, is that allowed? Is that no, let's not. No, we're not going to say that. But yeah, that's a tangible shift. We're here at Tribal, so you actually have to start like talking game in a way that I don't know we were entirely on our old tribes. Like you're forced to, because now, hey, here's a deadline, here's a time, you have to get on a Zoom call and you have to vote someone out. So you can't not start talking about those things. So for me, yeah, I definitely felt that shift in the way that like, okay, this part of the game has started now. So
All right. My next question's for Fabi. Fabi, I mean, it isn't just gonna be the eight of you. After Tribal Council, we do currently have Jonathan sitting alone on Exile Island, and he'll be joining your tribe after this vote, replacing the person that got voted out. Does that factor into any decisions that are made tonight?
Um, Maybe for some people, but I feel like in this game and at this early, I'm not someone who's like looking ahead like 5 rounds ahead because you don't know what's gonna happen these next few rounds. I mean, for all we know, Jonathan could come back next round and then in 2 rounds we swap again. So I'm just taking this round by round and go from there.
All right. My next question's for Rocky. Rocky, unlike the last couple of seasons, we've started out with three tribes initially, so there's a mix between three different tribes here currently at Tribal Council. Do you think that OG tribe lines are going to play a factor in tonight's vote? And you are muted, my love.
That happens with me a lot. Um, I think that it's 50-50. I think that some people are trying to stay with their tribe, but then I also feel like people are also, from what I'm gathering, trying to mix it up and just like see what other people are about, because I mean that's what swap is for, to build more connections and try to make new allies, because you never know what's going to happen in this game and when you might need people. So I think it's a mix of both, honestly.
All right. And my final question right now is for Polly. Uh, well, you've only had maybe 48 hours to get to know each other. You've had maybe one immunity challenge. There's obviously some people that you've known maybe before and from OG Tribe Lines, but there's a lot of people you are kind of meeting now. How do you decide, okay, who do we vote out with only 48 hours worth of time to get to know people and one immunity challenge? What's the deciding factor here for you?
For me, it's definitely the time I spent with the other people. So, for example, if you didn't approach me or if you didn't talk to me too much, that can be a negative factor, in my opinion. And if you get to know me well and we are aligned also, then you don't have to worry about anything. So it's, for me, it's definitely the trust, because we didn't have any physical challenges yet. So from that view, we cannot decide who to vote out.
All right. I got one more group question for you just for spicy purposes. And no, this is not the Nando scale question. If you feel in any remote danger tonight of going home, raise your hand. Interesting. All right, that's all I have. Do any of the hosts have any other questions?
No.
I was just going to ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how traumatic was the challenge this round?
not as traumatic as the scavenger hunt.
Yeah, any challenge better than the
Okay.
scavenger hunt.
I see a 5 from Rocky.
It's like a 5.
I see
Honestly,
a
the
1
fact
from
that y'all
Z.
aren't saying telephone is the worst, that is amazing. And I'm really happy with that you guys don't hate telephone the most.
I didn't say that.
I also that's
All right. Before we continue on to the voting booth, does anyone have anything they'd like to say? All right, with that, it is time to vote. I will be heading into the voting booth. One at a time, we will send you in to cast your votes. Please make sure it's one at a time and keep me honest. So if someone can open the breakout room so I can go in, please. And you
Yeah.
can do shout outs and everything
John, hi,
and whatnot
welcome.
right now. So fun.
Hi.
Do you want to go into the voting booth as well?
Sure. I'm in car, but sure.
That's fine. I've got like 3 of you in there, so
Wow, sounds like an orgy in there.
yep. So Brandon, Alex, and John have all gone there. So hopefully one of them should be pulling you in one by one. But this is your time to do shout outs. Just have a chat. So yeah, now the time is yours.
So is anybody else paralyzed with anxiety right now, even if you don't think you should be? Because I'm like totally paralyzed with anxiety right now.
Hmm.
I got my anxiety stick right here.
I'm always anxious.
Rocky's like, I got this, guys.
I got the tummy butterflies always.
I don't think I've ever sat in a tribal council where I haven't been nervous, and that includes when I've been immune. Like for whatever reason, tribal council just sends me into this state of like panic every time.
I'm with you.
Is
My heart's going, and I can't even be voted out. So
Yes. And like, yeah, every time. Every time. It would be really nice to be able to fix that, but every time.
I think there's a certain degree that's just anxiety, and that ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh goodness. I really
Someone
Colin
else be
mentioned
teacher's pet this time. I can't do it again.
teacher's pet.
Oh,
Come on, buddy. Trying to get my big cat to come give me some love.
all right, nobody else is doing it. Shout out Survivor Now podcast.
Thank you. See, I now tolerate you. So just to clarify,
Not right.
just to clarify, I only tolerate you for the next 20 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. That's longer than normal.
Oh, right. That's what came with getting the greed. Always
No, but
tell-
he didn't take it when I said to take it, so he doesn't get that for the entire round. He
And
just
there
did it
you go.
because he shouted out Survivor Now podcast. Go subscribe.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, I'm too scared to shout anybody out right now. I'm like, yeah, if I survive, then the next tribal council, I'll do some shout outs. But for right now, I'm like, what?
Chapel Roan, if
Sorry.
you're listening, I love you. Love your music.
Oh,
Wouldn't you know, she's
God.
actually in the viewers lounge.
Kill me.
So
Of course.
I just found out who she was this season.
now that's
Oh,
just
God.
sad.
Oh, same. I didn't know. Was it this song? And I was like, what song are people like in the scavenger hunt? Like dance to that song. And I was like, I've never heard the song in my life.
I can confirm that song has gone global, so everyone should be aware of that song.
Yeah.
Do you want to check what place it got in the German charts? I will see. What was it called?
Hot to Go. I know. I think she's got one currently in the German charts.
Why are you guys all staring at me?
I'm back.
Welcome.
Thank you.
The marvel of modern medicine is I took one antibiotic and already my tonsillitis seems to be going away. So that's great.
Delightful.
Okay, so Hot to Go didn't chart in Germany. There you go.
Did anything from Chapel Roan?
Oh, if it just did anything ever.
Good luck.
Germany doesn't
Good luck,
have
babe.
charts.
Got to
Oh,
place
yeah.
placed 18th in the charts.
Okay. That's a good one. It's a very different sound. Than Hot to Go. Yeah. What time is it for all of you in the other part of the world?
Oh my God, what a great
11 at
question.
night.
Imagine if we had a thing where you can see the current time for every person in the game.
It takes up so much space, though. I want to know 3 people specific.
What happened
Well,
to
then
the
you can go to the dynamic cast list and find out about those 3 people, can't
Oh my
you?
gosh. Apparently, you guys have to be smarter than the Zoom meeting because I couldn't figure out how to leave the breakout room for a minute.
Oh, I was fully like, I was there for a few seconds, and then I was like, wait, oh, you're not kicking me out, are you? I have to leave. And they're like, yes, please leave. I was like,
when
oops.
it comes to zoomed dramas, shout out to Tasha from last season. I
Oh no.
couldn't stop crying with laughter at many of her Zoom travails when I was watching them from the VL.
Oh
Amazing.
gosh. Did she struggle?
Struggle underplays it.
Oh my gosh. Now I want to see that. That was probably hysterical.
It was. It very much was.
I'm gonna shout out all the cuties in the VL, which is all of them, all of the VL.
No, that's all of them except Lewis.
I'll take your word for it. Sorry, Lewis.
So, rivalry of the season contender, Z versus Lewis, who's not even in the game. Or better yet, rivalry of the season contender, Z versus just the viewers' lounge in general.
Well, I mean, it would be more of a rivalry, but every time I start pushing buttons, Keisha starts yelling at me.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. No.
Megan has also just brought up a very good point in the chat.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my gosh.
delicious.
To be fair, last season there was a possibility that there was going to be for rivalry of the season a prod member and a player, but that's
Wait,
all
no, spill the
divided.
tea. I want to know who. Ollie's like, no.
Not while we're live streaming.
Trying to remember who it was.
Who's
I-
the showman's reference for?
It'll be Megan and one of her
Oh.
crushes.
I'm like, I'll spill the tea. What are we? Wait, I wasn't listening. What are we spilling the tea about? I'm the word. I'll spill all the tea.
Who-
What's
Oh
the
my
showman's
God.
reference about?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not involved in that.
And who
It's me. It was me.
which season was that though? Because you have a crush on someone every season.
I do have my player crush every season. But it was Congo.
Well, I know already. Okay, I know already.
Shout out to Hunter. Okay, goodbye.
Wait, Hunter Davidson?
Yes.
Oh, I love him. I'll have to say hi to. I'll say hi to him for you.
I was going to say, Cassie, don't do that. Megan will hunt you down.
Stop it. Stop
I was gonna
it.
say you can blame Jordan for me having his number. So like
I'm still trying to remember who the rivalry was last season.
Like
I know
stuck
it's
on
in
this.
there. It's in there somewhere, but my
No, it
brain's-
was not an official contender. It was just spoken about.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was between. Like it's in there somewhere, but my brain isn't braining.
And we're surprised.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie. I'll come get it for you. Just a second.
Okay, all the votes have been cast. We're just going to wait for Alex, Brandon, and John to actually return back. But they look to be having a lovely conversation in the voting booth.
They were flirting when I got in there, so
And
Oh
you
my
sound
God.
surprised by that?
not surprised, more resigned.
That's fair.
I mean, they're cuties. Why would they not?
They've all just joined as you
Yeah,
said.
suck up.
All right, we have the votes tabulated. Ali?
Yeah, 2 secs. Just trying to make sure there's somewhat light on my face right now. Okay, there we go. Right then, I have the votes. But before I reveal the votes, if anybody has an advantage or an idol or just anything they'd like to play, now is the time to do so. No? Okay. Well, once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted off will be heading to the pre-jury. So, first vote, Al. That's 1 vote, Al. Next vote, Rocky. That's 1 vote for Rocky. Next vote, Al. That's 2 votes, Al. Next vote, Rocky. So that's 2 votes for Al, 2 votes for Rocky, 4 votes left. Next vote, Rocky. That's 3 votes Rocky, 2 votes Al. Sixth vote, Al. That's 3 votes Al, 3 votes Rocky. We are tied again, 2 votes left. Seventh vote, Al. So that is 4 votes Al, 3 votes Rocky. Eighth and final vote. And the next person voted out of Triumph Worlds Collide is sadly Al. Al, I know they are not here, but tonight the tribe has spoken. If they wish to send any goodbye messages, we will get that sent to you all. However, Al has been voted off. Thank you, Al, for playing, if and when you see this. However, you have all now survived your first tribal together. Will this be the last time we see you? Who knows?